From clips showing odd figures to mysterious events that need an explanation, join us as we ask, are these real ghosts caught on camera? Number 7. Asheville High Ghost. This one happened in a school in Asheville, North Carolina. There are cameras in certain places of the school, and one of them was tripped one day by something. As to what that something was, that's where the rub comes in. You see, this particular clip only lasted 2 seconds, but in that brief 2 seconds, you can see an entity on the camera jumping from one part of the room to the other near the lit areas of the hallway. When the footage was uploaded to the internet, it got a lot of attention. Again, despite it only being 2 seconds. And school officials were asked about what this could be, and they honestly had no idea, which is rather telling in its own right. Just as important, though, there is a paranormal society in Asheville, because of course there is, and they could think of no reason that this could happen logically, meaning that they couldn't debunk this as a paranormal thing. What's more, the camera that took the footage was only activated because it detected motion. So what exactly is going on here? That's a good question, and one we honestly don't have an answer to. But the thing that really keeps us scratching our heads is how this all happened in just 2 seconds. Either that's a very fast-moving spirit, based on how it goes from the middle of the screen to the left in no time flat, or this is just some kind of glitch that doesn't really mean anything at all. You take a look at this clip and tell me what you think, real or fake. Number 6. Ghost and the Couple. Unlike the last video, this one seems to have a much more logical explanation, if you know where to look. But let's tell the story first and see if you can figure it out as well. This ghost tale is one of a couple walking alone on a road when they pass by an area that just so happened to be next to a CCTV camera. They didn't know or didn't care, so they didn't look up to it at all. Yet as they get to about halfway down the road area, something clearly appears behind them. What's more, it's actually following them. Although they don't seem to notice this entity at all, it continues to follow them until all three are out of the camera's view. So what did we just witness? Did we just see a ghost following this couple and almost getting to them? Not so much. If you look at the ghost itself, you'll see that its top half is clearly very white. You know, like the shirt that the guy in the footage has. What's more, if you look at the position of the bodies of the man and the ghost, you'll notice that it's a delayed motion from one to the other, which is what this ghost is. It's an afterimage caused by a glitch in the camera. The reason we can really see is because it's mimicking the man's white shirt. So no, it's not a ghost, just a fault of technology itself. Number 5. The entity on camera. Here's another entry of a ghost being caught on camera. But this time, there's a little more ambiguity to what it is and what it isn't. First and foremost, the footage was taken on a phone camera of a security camera near some kind of parking lot. As the footage rolls, we see all sorts of interesting movement from a ghost-like entity. So much so that the tracking footage of the camera is having a tough time focusing on it. Adding to the mystery of it all, a couple of security guards go out to try and figure out what's going on, only to not only not see it, but for the ghost to intersect with one of the guards, but showing no effects. So according to this, it was only visible via the camera itself for one reason or another. So is this a ghost? More than likely not. If you look at the height of the entity and the way it moves around the screen, you'll see glimpses of a more human-like form. What's more, the entity isn't moving in a way that would seem to defy gravity or anything else. It's just there, walking around in a random pattern. More than likely, this was a joke done by intersecting some old footage with some of the live footage. But unlike how they make live shows more entertaining with VFX and such, the result is a ghost tale. That feels real, but more than likely isn't. Number 4. Ghost Tree. This interesting tale is one from India, where a man claims to have seen a ghost in a tree. You see, as he was walking home one day, he heard some odd noises coming from the trees near the road he was on. Pulled out his phone and focused on them to find a ghost balancing on one of the tree branches. Freaked! He shouted and ran. But isn't the explanation here a bit more simple? Clearly, if you look at the form, it appears to be that of a little girl. And kids love to climb trees. Occam's razor and all that, you know? Number 3, who pulled the girl? Here's a cute video of 2 little kids playing while their mother is happily recording them. And yet, if you look closely at one point, there appears to be something above the older girl's head. Trick of the light, maybe? But then, not a few seconds after that thing appeared, the older girl fell down in a rather odd way. So, was it a ghost pulling her back? Doubtful. The thing we see is likely another after image from something or someone to the side of the video that the camera is trying to pick up. Furthermore, just before falling down, you can see the child slightly leaning backwards. All it takes is a single loss of balance and anyone can go splat. Number 2, the hand. I'll keep this one short because this story has already been debunked. In this clip, you see a father and a son playing in the pool. When the son's lifted out of it, a hand grabs the kid suddenly. Where did the hand come from? The answer is that just off frame. The kid's cousin was underwater and trying to play a prank. The whole family was interviewed about the incident after it happened, and the truth came out. Number 1, ghost of grandma. One day a boy was playing with his mother's phone, with her permission of course, and was taking pictures and selfies. When he went to sleep, the mother looked at the photos and videos and saw something she couldn't explain. Mainly, the boy had apparently taken a video of himself with his dead grandmother. The figure never made it fully on camera, but comparisons of the real-life person seems to indicate it was her. How did this happen? That's what the mother tried to find out, and even contacted psychics and held communion for the grandmother's soul spirit so that she could move on. How would you describe this incident? Real or fake? And there you have it, a look at some interesting ghosts caught on camera and details of what they might truly be. Do you think of these as real ghosts? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time on the channel.